All right, you guys, so today we are going to get a look at the vehicle releases for 2018. We're going to go across all scales here, guys, and across several different brands among the Hasbro releases of vehicles. We're going to get a look at all of these vehicles. I'm going to pull out my top 5 out of all of these vehicles, guys. So let's get a close look at each and every one of these vehicles. All right, you guys. So we're going to start with the vintage TIE, guys. Really cool, awesome vehicle. Very large vehicle, guys. It is basically a repack of the legacy TIE, guys, if you will. However, the material is a bit different. No lights, no sounds, but very cool detail on this particular vehicle. You have your traditional pop-off wings with this vehicle, but you also get a very cool ejection seat with this particular vehicle, along with a fully articulated pilot. So very cool stuff with this particular vehicle. One of my negatives with this vehicle is the stance of the vehicle. As you can see, the wings are not as sturdy as I would like them to be, but the detail on this vehicle is very awesome, and the scale is obviously out of this world. So really cool stuff. And then here we have our 6-inch Dewback from the Black Series line of vehicles, guys. Really cool vehicle here. Dewback is absolutely awesome. The detail on the eyes, just really awesome. The paint apps, and then of course it comes complete with your Sandtrooper, who comes with a plethora of accessories, the backpack, the staff, the gun. Just really cool, awesome stuff. Very articulated Dewback. I mean, just awesome articulation with this particular vehicle. And then of course you also have the opening mouth as well. So as you can see, just a really cool, very awesome vehicle. Really cool. So up next we have the Swoop bike with Enfys nest, 6-inch and 3 1/4 scale. Very cool vehicles, very awesome. With your 6-inch, you get a stand as well that allows for very cool articulation. You can put the Swoop bike in very cool poses. As you can see, leans to the side. You can lean it to the other side, raise the front end up, the back end up, depending on what style of flight you would like to have her in. So just really cool, awesome stuff. And then of course she comes complete with the Enfys nest 6-inch figure. Very cool articulation with that figure. You get some soft goods. It's really awesome vehicle. And then with your 3 1/4 size, for the price point, you actually get a really cool vehicle, and the 5 POA figure sits on there actually really nicely. Next up is going to be the Imperial AT-DT vehicle from the Han Solo movie. Very awesome vehicle, actually. It is a little light on the plastic, very light vehicle. So the plastic is not all that great, but from a appearance standpoint, it is very awesome. I love the weathering on it as well. It comes complete with a Minbin Trooper. It also has the shooting projectile. So it is a very cool vehicle, but again, a little light in regards to weight, and the plastic just doesn't feel like a very sturdy plastic. But again, from an appearance standpoint, it is a very awesome and very cool vehicle. All right, you guys, and so now next up is going to be the Force Link 2.0 Solo TIE. Very, very cool vehicle. I actually do like the plastic on this, and the wings are pretty sturdy. The wings may be a bit warped on this, as you guys can see there. They may be a bit warped on here, but not nearly as bad as the Force Awakens or the First Order TIE. And with this particular vehicle, you do not get the traditional pop-off wings. You actually get the collapsing cockpit. So the cockpit actually breaks apart actually with this vehicle and breaks the vehicle into two halves. So it's really, really cool. And then you kind of get some battle damage once you get the vehicle broken apart, and I'll demonstrate that for you guys now. So to demonstrate how the vehicle breaks apart, you have this little button right here, which is very similar to the traditional button in some regard, but once you press this particular button, you have the breakaway cockpit that demonstrates the battle damage vehicle. So really, really cool, very awesome stuff, guys, with that particular vehicle, and a nice change from your traditional pop-off wing. The vehicle also possesses shooting projectiles, and it also utilizes the Force Link 2.0 device for sounds and effects. Now, incidentally, the Solo figure that you see there, the Solo pilot that you see there, is a custom that I made. It does not come with this vehicle. Again, I created it on my own, but the vehicle does come with the pilot. As a matter of fact, that is the actual pilot body. I just slapped a young Han Solo head on top of it, guys. So really, really cool stuff right there. So next up, we have the vintage Imperial Combat Assault Tank. Really cool tank, AKA the hover tank from Rogue One. Really, really cool vehicle. Very, very awesome. Love the paint apps on this thing. It does also utilize the 2.0 Force Link as well. It does come complete with the storage containers that you see there in the back. One of the containers contains 3 of the kyber crystal containers. As we all know, the Empire is taking kyber crystals from Jeddah, and the tanks are utilized to transport them back to the Empire. So really cool stuff. This tank comes with a lot of detail, guys. If you want to see all that detail, you can check out my review of the tank in my playlist. But it does come with a lot of detail. There's even a small little coffee mug that is on the inside of the vehicle. Really, really cool attention to detail with that particular vehicle as well. All right, you guys, and then next up is going to be the Han Solo Speeder from the Han Solo movie. Really cool vehicle. When this vehicle initially came out, it took some flack for looking like a book, so to speak. But I actually, when I looked at this particular vehicle, I kind of got the like a 60s muscle car type of vibe with it. So I kind of see where the designers were trying to go with it. But again, a lot of people kind of looked at the design like this thing looks like a book. And to a certain degree, it most definitely does look like a book. But I think it is a really cool speeder. It does also utilize the Force Link 2.0 device for your sound effects. There are no lights on the vehicle, unfortunately. It also possesses a crumple or crash feature with an ejection seat for the driver. So it does utilize a couple of functions there. Really cool vehicle. All right, guys, and then last but never to be least is going to be your Millennium Falcon Kessel Run vehicle. Very, very cool vehicle, actually. The scale is absolutely off by a lot. As you can see with the figures in the front, it's just not the legacy at all, unfortunately. However, it does utilize quite a few lights and sounds. It also possesses parts that eject from the vehicle to demonstrate the Kessel Run, all of the damage that it's sustained in the Kessel Run. So it is a really cool vehicle in that regard, as lights and effects go for a vehicle such as this. But again, the scale is just absolutely dreadful on this thing, especially when you take a look at the cockpit. It has one seat, but you have two instruments there in which to fly the vehicle. So very disappointing in that regard. But other than that, the lights and sounds with the vehicle are really cool and very, very neat.
So next up is going to be our Disney Store exclusive Sandcrawler. The vehicle comes with lights, sounds, Gronk Droid, and Jawa, a working elevator, 2 opening doors, a trap door. Very awesome vehicle. In fact, it comes in at number 5 on our top 5 vehicles for 2018. Very awesome vehicle.
All right, you guys, and then getting you guys a look at number 4. Our number 4 vehicle is going to be our vintage TIE Fighter. Very cool TIE Fighter, guys. Again, really awesome scale. No electronics, no projectiles. Again, I did have a problem with the stance of the vehicle and the sturdiness of the vehicle. But other than that, it is a really cool vehicle with the scale and design. The pilot is absolutely awesome as well. So that is why it is coming in at number 4 on our top 5 vehicles for 2018. Enfys Nest 6-inch Black Series Swoop bike. Absolutely awesome vehicle. It's just a massive vehicle, massive scale. No electronics, no lights, but it makes up for all of that with articulation and scale. And then of course you also get the Enfys Nest figure as well, just to cap everything off. So really, really cool vehicle. And it comes in at number 3 for 2018. So coming in at number 2 for our 2018 vehicles is going to be our vintage Imperial Combat Assault Tank. Really cool vehicle. Again, guys, lots of detail, lots of accessories, really cool vehicle. And that is why it is coming in at number 2 for 2018 vehicle. So coming in at number 1, our top vehicle for 2018 is going to be the Dewback. Absolutely awesome vehicle, great detail, great articulation, lots of accessories with this particular set. You get 2 figures, really, really cool stuff. You get the articulated mouth with the Dewback. Just absolutely awesome vehicle. So if you factor in the amount of accessories, the detail, the articulation, the fact that you get 2 figures in one, it is an absolutely awesome vehicle, and it is our number 1 vehicle for 2018. Very, very awesome, guys. So guys, let me know what your pick would have been for the 2018 top vehicle. Would it have been the Dewback, or do you prefer the Swoop bike? I know a lot of people enjoy the Swoop bike. or perhaps it might have been the ATDT. I just felt the plastic was a bit too light on that one. The solo tie could very well be a number one. And then of course, the assault definitely could have been number one, guys. So guys, let me know what would have been your number one pick. Put those comments down below. Please like and subscribe. And of course, guys, from the Father to the Son to the Obi-Wan Force Ghost. May the Force be with you always.